pulse is tight and right. We're alive undercover, secrets hidden like a lover. Forget the rules, we'll do it live. No script, no plan, just a drive. We'll dance till the morning light in this fever dream tonight. Roaring engines down the lane, thunder sounds in jet plane. Heartbeats sync with our dreams. Life's a race, or so it seems. Forget the rules, we'll do it live. No script, no plan, just a drive. We'll dance till the morning light in this fever dream tonight. No time for hesitation. This is our wild dedication. In our heads we make it real. In our hearts it's what we no script, no plan, just a drive. We'll dance till the morning light. This fever dream tonight.
Hey everybody, welcome to Texas News Studio. I'm your host, Mark Myers. Want to get you caught up on the news, which has been a lot for the past week. Good to see you all coming in tonight over on YouTube and all of our other platforms. Good to see you over on Twitch and Rumble tonight, guys, wherever you may be. Thanks for watching. There's desert in here. This is a terrible situation we're covering, but I want to get you caught up on some of these different developments going on across the LA area tonight. These are going to be reports coming in from Deadline and others. First off, I want to make you aware that on the LA wildfires, we've had the National Guard has been deployed to stop looting and fight the blaze. This is coming from Deadline. Again, the California National Guard has had the boots on the ground since Thursday night in the fight against the fires ravaging LA County and preying on looters. Believe it or not, armored vehicles were seen on the 210 freeway, that was last night, traveling towards the Eaton fire that's torn through Pasadena and Altadena the past several days, forcing thousands to evacuate and burning homes and other buildings to the ground. So we've had National Guard. It's coming in here, guys, and again, that was starting up last night. Up today, I've got a report here. This is coming from the AFP. Wind lull offers hope in Los Angeles fires as blame games begin. Winds calmed Friday around Los Angeles, providing a fleeting window of opportunity for firefighters battling 5 major blazes as officials' recriminations began over responsibility for the disaster. And we've been having these reports throughout the day. We've had up to 10 people died in flames that ripped through neighborhoods and razed thousands of homes this week in a disaster that U.S. President Joe Biden likened to a war scene. As the scale of the damage to America's second biggest city came into focus, get this, one estimate suggested the bill could hit $150 billion. Again, the California Governor Gavin Newsom has deployed the National Guard to bolster law enforcement. A night curfew has been imposed in evacuated areas. Dozens of arrests have been made. Again, this curfew will be strictly enforced, said Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna. Says we're not screwing around this time. 5 separate fires, guys, have burned more than 35,000 acres, 14,000 hectares, California Fire Agency reported. Now, again, this is coming from Yahoo News as of about 5:27 this evening. Everything's obviously in a flux of changing. By Friday, 8% of its parameter was contained, meaning it can't spread any further in that direction. This is in the Pacific Palisades and Malibu neighborhoods, where firefighters said they were starting to get the fire under control. And that has burned down more than 20,000 acres. Upscale Pacific Palisades and Malibu neighborhoods, just total destruction. Also, Mel Gibson was the latest celebrity to reveal his Malibu home had burnt down, telling News Nation the loss was devastating. Also, the Eaton fire, at least earlier in Altadena, was checked at 3%, with almost 14,000 acres scorched and key infrastructures, including communication towers, threatened. Although Fire Chief Jason Soliger said Friday that significant progress had been made in quelling the blaze. Third fire that exploded Thursday afternoon near Calabasas' wealthy Hidden Hills enclave, home to celebrities like Kim Kardashian, was 35% surrounded. Again, emergency chiefs warned the situation is very dangerous, and the reprieve from intense wind gusts that spread embers will not last. It says the winds have died down today, but are going to increase again in the coming days. Authorities have said so far, of course this is our authorities, said so far the cause of the blazes were unknown, but criticism mounted of officials' preparedness and response. Newsom says he's ordered a full independent review, this was on Friday, of the city's water utilities. Says we need to answer how that happened, because describing the lack of water supplies and loss of pressure at hydrants during the initial fires is deeply troubling. The Los Angeles fire chief, Kristen Crowley, we had her up earlier, at least on audio, blamed funding cuts to the department, telling Fox News affiliate KTTV, says we're still understaffed, we're still under-resourced, and we're still underfunded. And then meanwhile, emergency managers apologized Friday after false evacuation alerts, which we've been hearing for the last 24 hours or longer, have been erroneously sent to millions of mobile phones. And also, aviation authorities were investigating who had piloted an illegal drone that struck a water-dropping aircraft, punching a fist-sized hole in the plane and taking it out of action. Alrighty, going on here, looking at some other reports coming in today. Again, this is coming from Reuters. Los Angeles firefighters make progress as intense winds ease. Again, we've had the death toll is continuing to rise, 10 with more fatalities expected. More than, get this, 10,000 structures burned as neighborhoods turned to ash. Firefighters began to gain control over wildfires as winds ease. It says firefighters, again, this is coming from Reuters, finally started gaining control over 2 major wildfires on the eastern and western flanks of Los Angeles on Friday as fierce winds that supercharged the fires for days finally eased. 6 simultaneous wildfires have devastated Los Angeles County neighborhoods since Tuesday, killed at least 10 people, destroyed again over 10,000 structures. These totals are expected to grow. This report's saying that the Palisades fire was 8% contained as of right now, Eaton fire at 3%. Cal Fire said both containment levels had been at 0% until Friday. Again, more than 34,000 acres have been consumed. Says conditions in Los Angeles will improve through the weekend. That's what they're saying, at least. with sustained winds slowing to about 20 miles per hour. But still, you could get gusts to 35 to 50, according to the National Weather Service. A lot of people are saying, I can't describe it. 44-year-old psychiatrist Kelly Foster said, have no words. Officials have imposed a curfew and mandatory evacuation zones for the Palisades and Eaton fires to prevent looting. Again, we just talked about California National Guard members also have begun to arrive to free up firefighters and police. Also on Friday morning, hundreds of people streamed into a parking lot near the Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena for donating clothing, diapers, and bottled water. Eventually, police forced the makeshift aid center set up near the epicenter of the Eaton fire to make way for the growing number of first responders staged nearby. Again, we're looking at billions in losses. Private forecaster AccuWeather estimated the damage and economic loss at $135 billion to $150 billion. Soaring homeowners insurance costs, if you can even have homeowners insurance. And also, California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara called on insurers on Friday to suspend pending non-renewals and cancellations that homeowners received before the fires began and to extend the grace period for payments. Now, the fire actually erupted across Los Angeles after months without rain and the arrival this week of fierce Santa Ana winds blowing in hot, dry air over the region outside the traditional fire zone. We had that up earlier this week. We were talking about that deep purple with the extreme wind event that was going to be coming up. Winds up to 100 miles per hour at the time. So let me continue on here. Hey, there's good to see Hilly in here tonight. I'm going to be going through some of the other news here as well. Now we have 11 people have been confirmed dead in the LA wildfires, including 5 in the Palisades fire and 6 in Eaton. So we have 11 confirmed dead so far. Let me see. I think I can show you this here, guys. This is coming from a Space Solution, wildfires in Los Angeles. This is a high-resolution satellite. I think we can get this up. Here we go. Let me show you this real quick. Let me see if I can download this first. Give me a second. Tell you what, we'll just put this up real quick. This is coming from the Solutions of Airbus here. This just gives you an incredible view of this. Hang on one second. Here we go. So I'm going to put this up on screen. space-solutions.airbus.com here, guys. Let me show you this. This is a very high, ultra high resolution of the satellite around this area. Look at that. This was, where was this from? Wildfires in Los Angeles, USA, highest resolution satellite image here. 30 centimeters. The date was January the 8th, so this is a couple days ago. But you get the idea. Look at this right in here. This is, of course, all the smoke. Some of the damage in here, well, you can really see the smoke. Look at all that. That would be up to the north, obviously, right in the Pacific Palisades and the areas to the north of LAX through Malibu. You get the general idea, though. Also, I've got a couple of other things that I could probably show you. I had the flight radar up a minute ago. Is that up now? So far, these are the locations but I wanted to get the flight radar up if we can. Give me a second. Let's reset this. Show you the activity. Here we go. And some of the top activity going on. I think we got a tanker here. Let's look at this. There we go. Sure, we got a tanker, an Erickson Aero tanker. That looks like maybe is that a DC-9 or something like that? Somebody else can tell me that it looks like a configuration like that. That would probably make sense. He's been doing his drops, it looks like right there. Now he's going back, so he's been doing his drops, as you can see. Now he's heading back through North Hollywood, going eastbound, probably over toward Burbank. It depends on his elevation. I can't tell the elevation at the moment. But he's heading in the general direction there, but I don't know if that's going to be... We get the general idea. So he was doing his drops right in through here. A little hard to tell. So he did several drops. Now he's heading through North Hollywood, north of Valley Village, and heading toward Burbank, where there should be an airport. So he may be coming in. But if I could find the airport, where is it? Somewhere around here. Here we go. There's the airport right there. Sorry, I just missed it. So he's south. Depending on the wind direction, he may be coming in for a landing. He may be going to another location. I don't know, but that's one thing. That's the top number one being tracked right now. It's 2,264 folks that are following him. We may be able to see the route in here as well. Let's look. So there he took off, I guess, Lancaster. So he took off the General William J. Fox Airfield is where he took off from. And he's been doing tanker duty. Now he's heading eastbound again. Now he's come through Burbank and then heading southeast toward Glendale at the moment, and even toward Pasadena. I didn't catch the elevation of him, but you get the idea. But anyway, that's the number one flight that's being tracked right now. We want to make you aware of that one. All right, what else we got in here? There's T3 in here. There's Jan in here. Good to see you all tonight. T3 over on Rumble. Good to see you as well. Tonight's a Friday night, so it's going to be a little bit quieter than normal. Palisades fires threatening structures in Topanga Canyon. Residents are evacuated. Firefighters are using all resources to keep the neighborhood safe. I do have a staging video I can show you here. Should be able to real quick. This is the police department here. Let me show you this. Los Angeles Police have dedicated a ton of resources to Pacific Palisades. This is their staging area off the Pacific Coast Highway, PCH. Look at that. The Palisade fires damage assessments are already underway or being made available to the public. I can put this up in chat if you're interested in here. Let me pull this up real quick. Hey Fate, good to see you over on Rumble. I mean on YouTube. So I'm going to put this in. In terms of the Palisades fire, I'm looking at right now, we'll put this up right here. Again, the field damage inspections are still probably ongoing, it says, but let me show you the map and where we where we stand at the moment here. And this is in the red, looks like 50%. More than 50% destroyed is in the red. Major is 26 to 50% in the orange, minor 10 to 25%. This is all in the red, guys. This whole boxed in area is more than 50% destroyed through the Palisades fire. Total damage inspections so far, 127. you can definitely see that the destroyed is more than 50%. That's the highest so far. No damage is, something a little bit less. But the destroyed is 84. Looks like so far structures. No damage 33 structures. Affected 6. Major 3. Minor 1. But destroyed is 84. So that's the highest number. It's just destroyed right now. There's plenty of fire, and I left this all up in the chat, guys, if you're interested in checking it out, for all these different links and support, especially if you're in that area. But that's where we're at right now. Let's see here. Damage inspections, 127 residential. Total residential structures inspected 117. Commercial have been 4 have been inspected. Other has been 6. But again, this is the highest percentage. If we can zoom in, there's been a little bit of an area right over here where it wasn't so bad, but everything else has been just totally in the red. Really terrible situation. And it's still ongoing too. Three hours ago, the active fires in Southern California, the Palisades fire, at least 20,438 acres. That was 8% contained. Eaton fire, at least 13,956.3 acres, 0%. Kenneth fire, over 1,000 acres, 35% containment. Forward progress, stopping, still burning. The Hearst fire, at least 771 acres, 37% containment. The Lydia fire, 395 acres, 75% contained. Archer fire, at least 18.8 acres, unknown containment. Creek fire, 3 acres, 25% containment. Mission fire, 3 acres. Let me see if we got a new update. This is over at Fatex on his report. We've also had 8 C-130 aircraft from California and Nevada Air National Guard are deploying to assist in firefighting efforts in the Los Angeles area. It says all 8 will be ready for flight operations before January the 12th, according to the DOD. Let's show you this real quick. 8 C-130 aircraft deploying to assist in firefighting efforts. They'll be ready by January the 12th, though. Okay, and here we are, the 10th. They're not going to be ready till Sunday. Joe Biden will be delivering his farewell address on January the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if you're interested. So Fatex, the last report is about 3 hours ago on that. The KTLA is reporting here that says over 7,000 structures have been damaged or destroyed in the Eaton fire. That's from 7,000. That was 3 hours ago. Let me look at the latest update here. We got a new, we got, again, a couple things I need to report here. Look at this. False warning sparked LA County officials' proposal to temporarily shut down emergency alert system. This is coming from KTLA about an hour ago. Again, the death toll from Palisades and Eaton fires rises to 11. That's been told that that's going to go up. And we got a new report right now. Incident commanders expanded the Palisades fire evacuation warning to include the neighborhoods just west of the 405 freeway. Okay? So this is just coming up here. This is over KTLA. So we got new evacuation warnings to include neighborhoods just west of the 405 freeway. There's live coverage over on KTLA as well. Also, the National Guard, we had the police up earlier. I want to show you this video coming in here. California National Guard is setting up and organizing along the PCH and Pacific Palisades. So they'll be tasked for looking for looters and traffic control in the fire zone. Some people are saying that it could have been the Eaton fire, may have been sparked by a transmission tower that remained energized despite the extreme fire danger. Around the time of ignition, a nearby weather station was gusting to 85 miles per hour. And there's a picture of it here too. Jerry's in here over on YouTube. Good to see you. Let me show you this. Here's a picture of what they're saying. Of course, we've had a lot of other reports as well, including arson, but look at this. There's the Eaton fire. There's the transmission tower. Could have been energized. And we had those extreme winds the other night as well. Let me check in here real quick. All right. The Archer fire, the fire was mapped at 18.8 acres by the Ferris Intel 24. All evacuation orders have been lifted. That's the California Wildfire and Tracking site here. Let me show you that. This is pretty good here. I got some new zones here. The Palisades fire. We've got this. This is just breaking in here. Evacuation warnings have been issued for these different zones if out there. I think we got a full screen. Hang on one second. Let me get that up for you. This is coming from California Wildfire Tracking here. Well, let me show you this up on the screen. This is showing the evacuations. I believe there's some new ones over here. This is the west of the 405. I believe it's right in through here. Also, this is containment at 8% right now. %8 contained, started on the 7th of January, acreage 21,317 affected so far. Also, the team at the California Wildfire Tracking, let me show you this, guys, is always looking for new virtual volunteer reports to provide life-saving information to communities affected by wildfires. Says if you're interested, please apply using the link below. California Wildfire Tracking. Here's the same thing. This is the Palisades fire. Let me show you this again. (21,317 acres so far. Here's the warnings. New warnings are in effect west of 405 right now. These are new evacuation warnings that are ongoing. Ron is reporting in here as well. Says, while the focus has been on California, Arizona popped a few fires the last 24 hours as well. The cattle fire outside of Yuma, incredibly active initial attack, but crews have been able to quickly bring containment to 50%. Also determined to be human caused, they also had their ranch fire in the same area that's now 65% contained. The cause of that fire is undetermined. Appreciate that. That's coming from Hot Shot Wake over here. Let me see if we can look at that or not. This probably was from earlier today or last night. That was the 10th. That was probably this morning. While I'm at it, guys, just a quick weather update because we've been covering the fires. We've also had the winter storm that brought snow at my house yesterday and ended this morning. I want to give you just a very quick, brief weather update as well. Let's do that for you. And it's frozen. There it is. That is old. Let me change this up, but everything else will be correct. We are running a little slow at the moment. But basically the bottom line is, guys, you can see that we're actually above freezing here in Dallas. We never got that cold during the actual snow itself. Heavier snow is right north of the DFW metro and off to the northeast through portions of southeastern Oklahoma and into Arkansas. And you can see right now the winter storm has traversed eastward today, causing significant problems all the way from Little Rock through Memphis and all the way east to northern Georgia right now, a mix of winter precip. Atlanta is 34 degrees right now, so most of the problems are going to be off to the north and northeast. But you go up in through Tennessee, you're up in the upper 20s, and through the Carolinas even into the 20s or to right around freezing. So this is where the problems are at, but from Atlanta southward, this is just a cold rain. Otherwise, though, chilly across a good portion of the country, 60s even down into deep South Florida, and 50 degrees in Brownsville. There's not a lot of warm air. I guess you could say 63, and Phoenix is not too bad. Even they have a freeze warning as well. It's moderated across the plains, but we do believe there are going to be some more cold air coming the second half of the month on. So don't let your guard down. We're going to be looking at more cold shots coming in, maybe from Siberia. It could even get colder. I was looking at some different models and looking at some different forecasters and people that I follow. So we're not done with this by a long shot. California, though, for the most part, is obviously dry. It's been very dry out there. The red flag warnings continue. So not a lot of changes at the moment on that. But anyway, I wanted to make you aware of that. And then I want to make you aware also, guys, of a couple of things that I've done to add to the channel that would really help me if you will do me a favor, especially on YouTube. As soon as I can find it again. There we go. Guys, do me a favor and follow me over on TNS Live Tracker over here on Twitch, and we can get some followers in here. That would really help me out. Try to get that monetized as we're really struggling to make ends meet here. I'm going to put this back over on Rumble. Please check us out and follow us. Even if you don't want to engagement, just following us or putting us up in a second tab would really come in handy, guys. So think about that. That's just a nice grid map. It'll cover breaking news or weather events. It's only in grid, so it's just going to like have a camera or weather, but it's always going to be on. So it's free to check it out. Maybe we can get it monetized, pay a few more bills here. I'm kind of going through this again because it's Friday Eat and we're having a kind of a lower turnout tonight. We're looking at the different feeds. So we got anything else going on? Raw RR video. Palisades fire again looks like it's taking off. So we're not done with this, guys, by a long shot. Appreciate it, Stephen, for following us over on that. Really appreciate it. We're going to continue to watch the Middle East again, and especially, as I said, China. We've also been watching some tunneling activity today that broke. U.S. and Mexican federal and local law enforcement have discovered a tunnel that runs under the U.S.-Mexican border between El Paso to the city of Juarez, Mexico. That's over on Scent Defender if you want to check it out. There was a major interview today with Mark Zuckerberg and Joe Rogan today. You might want to check that out. It's all over Twitter X, making a lot of news today. But what else do we got? Leaked memo says here, this is coming from the Daily Mail. LA Mayor Karen Bass demanded her fire department cut an extra $49 million just 1 week before the wildfires broke out. The memo is dated January the 6th, only a day before the devastating Palisades fire started. To cut an extra $49 million. Cut is already on top of $17.6 million of cuts in her latest budget. It was just dated a day before the devastating Palisades fire started. It was sent from LAFD to top brass at City Hall to division chiefs and captains. Again, more than 54 square miles are scorched in at least 5 separate fires, more than 4,000 homes, and that's been updated since then, been destroyed. Now we have 11 dead, and of course more injured. It says it comes from top brass downtown City Hall. Some of the other reports, again, I'm just going to read these off on the headlines here. We've had power equipment draws intense scrutiny. LA fire chief says city failed residents. Ghastly remains of Malibu. Some of these I can't show up on camera due to copyright, etc. Also, Mediate's reporting here that the major LA Times reports major Pacific Palisades reservoir was offline and empty when fires broke out. LA Times reported on Friday that a major reservoir in the Pacific Palisades was offline and empty this week when devastating wildfires ravaged the LA community. Staff reporter who told the Times that the reservoir had been closed for repairs to its cover, leaving 117 million gallon water storage complex empty in the heart of the Palisades. Again, reports of low water pressure and fire hydrants running dry have run rampant in recent days. So this is coming from the LA Times. Zero Hedge is reporting that California imposes a 1-year insurance cancellation freeze in areas ravaged by wildfires. The California Insurance Commissioner announced the year-long freeze on January the 9th yesterday. It says, I'm using my moratorium powers to prevent insurance companies from canceling or non-renewing policies in wildfire-impacted areas. The one-year moratorium on policy non-renewals and cancellation protects residents in and near the zip codes affected by the Palisades and Eaton fires in Los Angeles County, regardless of whether the property sustained damage, according to Laura. So that's been going on. There's still a lot going on in the world, guys. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to try to get things going back here at TNS. Again, we got this new channel that's up. Please follow us up over there. And your support, as you know, always keeps us on the air here at TNS. We're looking through some late developments coming in tonight, see what's going on with the fires as well. Let me check up here. LA Water Chief was aware of broken hydrants months before fires. This is coming also from the Daily Mail. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up on YouTube tonight. I wanted to give a very quick update of what's going on, and then we'll have more coverage. Remember, we're always up 24/7. I've had the audio feeds up from some of the different news media throughout this event that's been covering this, and we're going to continue to cover this, plus everything else that's going on in the world. But I want to give you a quick update on YouTube tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. And I'm glad to see you all tonight. Thanks to the moderators tonight over on YouTube for staying with us. And I see Hilly again and Jan for coming in. Desert, I believe, was in here earlier. Did I miss him? There was Desert. And guys, I appreciate you all sharing the links, sharing our channel links to keep things going here. It's really, really helpful. I'm working hard behind the scenes to try to get things going. But your support is critical. As you know, viewer support for independent media keeps things going. So I'm going to see YouTube tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next report.